What's up, guys? It's the Lemur King ToAsTaHPoP here, bringing you another episode of Ark Survival Evolved. And today, we're here with the great Mandudeyus. What's up, Mandudeyus? How you doing today?
What's up, dude?
Not much, man. We're doing the season finale of the Island Ark. Dude, so...
Yeah, sure.
It's been a long journey. All right?
Yeah.
And I want to talk about one thing I want to go ahead and bring out the gate is... One of the most influential things on this brand new YouTube channel was a video that we did. I had no idea that your laugh was going to get us half of the subscribers, bro.
I got 6 levels. Yeah, you're talking about the little cave short or whatever?
Yeah, man.
Dude, honestly, I think that was probably the first cave I was ever in an Ark, if not like that one or the chitin cave, you know what I'm saying? Because that was like, we had not had a lot of caving experience whatsoever, so that was an adventure, you know. So that was all just, we didn't know what was in there, and yeah, it was scary. It's a pucker moment, if you will, you know.
Bro, going back and thinking about how our computers wouldn't even run when we tried to go into the caves back in like 2013, 2014.
Yeah.
This is like our Ark redemption run, man.
Yeah. True. Because we never could do a lot of the stuff that we wanted to do in, you know, like official PvP, just because A, it was time consuming, and then B, you know, like the mega tribes sort of had everything blocked and gated for us, so it was the whole thing, dude.
Yeah.
Like playing Ark on our terms and not letting the PvP-ness of it all dictate our experience. And that it's just been a lot more fun this time around, I think. You know?
Yeah, 100%, man.
Yeah.
And PvP has its place, but like, you know, we're trying to get stuff done. Like, I don't want to have to fight all the Ark and all the players too, you know?
Yeah, and just the constant paranoia whenever you're AFK, like, is my base going to be there when I get back? Is my favorite dino going to be there? You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of favorite dino, man, what's your favorite dino, bro?
Yo, that was a good segue. I was actually thinking about this earlier, and I you know, the obvious choice would be like Archimedes, the snow owl, or you know, one of the tickle chickens, you know, like Dragon Warrior or Dragon Warrior, you know,
Dragon Warrior 359.
Yeah. We found him on a Reddit post. No, I think the favorite dino of this season, just because of how stupid it was, has got to be Cheese Wagon, dude.
Yeah.
Because Cheese Wagon was a lot of fun and really tamed it for no other reason than to kind of just be a meme, you know? Like, it was just so pointless. I didn't need a Paraceratherium. I didn't want a Paraceratherium, but I needed it for the Cheese Wagon.
100%.
So yeah, Cheese Wagon. What about you, man? What's your favorite dino?
I mean, like you said, one of the birds would be the obvious choice. But honestly, it's kind of a tie, man.
Yeah.
Originally, my favorite dino was the frog.
Yeah.
It had some PvP purposes with like scouting. And it was just fun to ride. You know, you could go land or you could go water, and it was very versatile. But then you bred those baryonyxes.
Oof, yes, dude. They were a game changer.
Dude.
And it's like, I had my eyes on them since I seen them in the wild, but I didn't really know how good they were going to be. But like, I couldn't tell you how many days like I would be on late, like way after you had gotten off looking for those things, dude, and finally got like the 2 that were going to be good to breed, you know?
Yeah, for sure. It was a process trying to get a good baryonyx. And then
Dude,
Ignis
they're all hidden in the swamp, man.
yeah. They spawn so few and far between. And Ignis came out red and yellow.
Yeah.
Like she wasn't top tier out of the breeding line, out of all the but she had the mutation color and it was just so good, man.
R.I.P. Ignis.
Yeah. Which we lost in a cave, by the way.
Yeah. We won't talk about it. No, I was gonna say another favorite dino was Victor.
Oh
just
man.
because he was free and like our house cat on the server for a while, and then we took him to what was it, that far east cave, the hard underwater one, and that's where he
Yep.
Yep.
Paying respects to Victor. This podcast is for you, bro.
Leave F in the chat.
Yeah. Yeah, it was the artifact of the cunning.
Yeah, that cave's tough, man. The dang diagonal ceiling in that area, man. I tell you,
bro.
You gotta watch out for him. Yeah, sure.
Ark's like, hey, you'll get banned for meshing, and then they spawn dinos in the mesh.
Right. I mean, it's fair for them to do it, just not for
Right. Speaking of caves, man, what was your favorite cave?
Dude, I think the lava cave is probably my favorite.
Yeah, like, it looks good.
It's a fun cave. It looks dangerous. It is dangerous. You got to come correct with the right dinos, You can die at any second. We had some funny moments getting stuck in the lava, having to recover bodies and stuff like that. So, yeah, that was a fun cave.
Dude.
What about you?
I about yeeted myself into that lava, bro.
Yeah. And your dino followed you in?
Yeah. I always regret never throwing myself up there to get that blue loot crate.
I mean, we can go back and do it.
I'm saying I had a crossbow. There was no reason not to. I'm just, I don't know, scared or something.
Dude, yeah, no, I totally understand. I wouldn't have wanted to try it either.
As far as my favorite cave, I kind of have like two answers to this one.
Mm-hmm.
The first answer is going to be the swamp cave, and the reason why is because we had such a terrible time.
Yeah. That was awful.
It was the worst time, and it was late at night, and we were dying, and it was rough.
Trying to run in there with scuba gear on.
Yeah. And that's what Ark is all about, is like having a terrible time and enjoying it,
Mm-hmm.
So, and then the second part to that answer is, it's hard to pick from them all, but I really liked the way that last cave looked. I think it was not the Skylord, but the Artifact of the Strong.
Yeah, with the ice, and you love the giant monkey statue.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we nicknamed it Satan's Asshole.
Yeah. We died in there at least a couple times the first time we went in there. And that's where Ignis and what was it, Earl? Ignis and Earl both lost their lives in that cave.
Shout out to the Baryonyxes, man. A lot of great moments, man. We failed the first time through the tech cave.
Mm-hmm.
What was going through your mind?
Dude, if you go back and watch the video, the whole time I'm saying we don't have enough time. We gotta go. Like we need to do this. Like we gotta go. We're not gonna have enough time to daisy chain them all down. And then everything starts dying when we're trying to walk it down there. Dinos falling in the lava.
It's fine. It's fine.
It was a bad time. To sort of pierce the veil, and I think we mentioned it in the video, but like. We did make a save state right before we went in that cave, just because we knew we might be in for a real bad time, and we were. It was like an hour of our lives we can't get back.
Yeah. So just so everybody knows, like Look, man, you can judge us if you want to. I don't care. But the way that we run the server is we have admin commands and we don't really use them. All right. We only use them when Arc screws us. Like if you get stuck in the mesh or, if there's like, you're trying to make your base look good and for some reason it's not clipping right, you can use admin commands to help you and whatnot. But when it comes to like creating content and experience in the game, we definitely saved before we went in that cave.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to take 2 days of breeding Rexes into that cave and then lose them all because we don't do a whole lot of research when we go into a cave.
Yeah, that's on purpose because we want to be, have our initial reactions be the real reaction,
Yeah,
like
fresh, man.
Yeah. Oh, what was the cave on Carno Island? That one was it was just a fun time. I don't know, the vibes were real good when we went in there, and we just ran through on baryonyxes. We were messing around, jumping from the top and stuff like that. That was a fun time. That was a fun cave.
I might have to change my answer because that, like, it was just such a good time, man.
Yeah. And there weren't any like oh crap moments for real.
Right.
Like, not that I can remember, except when you fell on accident that one time, but it was fine. Everything was fine.
Dude, I landed the first time I fell on the dino and I did the jump off the saddle trick, and then the second time I had died and I came back to the sleeping bag, and off camera, I can't believe I didn't record this. I accidentally fell all the way down the cave and landed right on top of my dino and rode the saddle before I hit the ground.
Yeah.
It was just so funny, man.
Well, no one's gonna believe you because it wasn't on camera.
Yeah. Picture didn't happen, right?
Yeah, sure. Right. Talking about favorite moments, like outside of caves, just in general, on like playing through the island. What would you say the favorite moment of this season for you would have been?
Oh man, there were so many good ones. I think every time that it's this really cool thing, man. Like I've got a relatively busy schedule with making the videos and trying to parent my kids and neglecting the cleaning of my house. And so we had this really cool dynamic where I would be off at work, I'd come home, you would go to work, and then you'd get off and you'd be like, hey man, I did this thing. And so we had the Squatch Tours episode.
Yep.
We had the Cave Tours episode.
Yes, sir.
We had I forget what we called the breeding party or something.
Yep.
The doo-doo daycare.
Yeah. Doo-doo hands is a good dino.
Yeah. I think anytime that we did that, and we were playing Ark, but we weren't actually playing Ark.
Yeah, it's like we weren't really super working towards accomplish like something other than just having a good time, and that was fun for me.
Yeah, I think Squatch Tours was probably the number one moment out of all those moments.
Because if I remember this right, and I think I do, like I didn't tell you about the squat shack and the dock and all that.
Nope.
Like you saw it initially, it was a surprise, and you're just like, "What the heck, dude?" So, yeah, that was fun.
And I had to like, I kind of recreated that reaction when we started that episode. It was like, "What the heck is this?" And you're like, "Hey, you're not supposed to see that." And we're like, "All right, let's start the episode. Go."
Yeah. Yeah.
As far as like Cleetus and old Charles, man.
Yeah.
I bet a lot of people think that we're like, missing a couple teeth, living in a trailer.
Yeah.
Smoking meth out of a light bulb or something,
Have like 3 pairs of overalls, and ones are good Sunday go to meeting pair.
That's right.
Yeah, sure.
So how did do you remember how we developed Cleetus and old Charles? Like, how did that come about?
Bro, like we honestly didn't even talk about it going into the server. We knew we were starting to play Ark. We knew we had a server up. And then the very first time we log in together, your name is Cleetus and I'm old Charles. Like, I don't think we discussed that at all. Like, that was just complete happenstance. So, great minds think alike, I guess. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, but both Southern boys from South Alabama, I guess it kind of makes sense, I tell you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, indeed. Yes, sir. What else was I gonna say? Oh, another talking about good moments. I had fun making the Coliseum. I thought that turned out really cool. I enjoyed watching you try and build a giant staircase.
Oh man, we're not gonna talk about that.
And then I took that picture and made you a painting of your giant staircase. Yeah, that was fun. That was fun. And I'm trying to think if there's any other just like super standout moments. Oh, that one that wasn't on camera. When we were trying to get Quetzals.
Oh god.
And for some reason you had happened to call me or something. And I had literally just got done taming, I think it was one of the tech Quetzals, which, I mean, we'd never used Quetzals. So it's funny looking back because it was so unimportant. But then I lost my bird somehow in that whole process. So I'm running around, in a sketchy part of the map. Oh, it was up north near one of the mountains.
Mm-hmm.
And you came and had to rescue me and help me find my bird. And it took, I don't know, an hour or something flying around, just whistling Jay. And then he finally comes flying out of the trees. I don't even know which bird it was. I think it was one of my RGs. But yeah, that was crazy because I'd solo tamed a Quetz. I was so excited about it. And then it was like a Trudon or something ran up and my bird flew off, fighting after the Trudon, and then we got separated. I almost lost the Quetz. Yeah, it was a terrible time, but it was really fun because you came to the rescue.
It was Horus, I think.
Yeah. It was one of the good RGs, one of our first RGs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking back on that, since you brought up the Argents, how about it just happened to be every time there would be an alpha around, you would like swoop in and get the last hit.
Bro, it's all part of my plan. I gotta go for the gusto. I gotta be the one getting the kills, carrying the team, like.
So the first
I don't know.
The first time was the Alpha Rex, and it was just like we had been fighting that thing for like an hour, 30 minutes to an hour. It was crazy. And it was only level 50, but our birds were like a low level. And
yeah, those were like our first birds,
dude. And then you like got the last hit because in the intensity of the moment, like you're not thinking about anything but trying to kill this thing or you're gonna die.
Yeah, and you were recovering stamina to come back in the battle, and I just like healed up or something and was flying back in, and yeah.
Yeah, I was being dumb. If you go back and watch the episode, you'll see where I like missed a couple of moments where I could have healed, but then it was like raptors after that. And it just like after that it just happened so much, and like of course I had to point it out. Wait, come back. Wow.
Did you see how helpful I was? All right, I'm gonna ease off on this one. That's all you.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, dog.
Thanks for letting me have my other kill.
Man, my bad, dude. I don't intend to do that ever.
Dang, Tameaholic, kill stealing tribe mate.
Someone's got to fill that role. Yeah. Gotta keep me in line. Someone's got to do it. Yeah, sure.
That's right. Something else that you touched on, I can't remember exactly what made me think of this, but the painting. So Mandudeyus, guys, he finds a way, and I'm sure like in and amongst the art community, I feel like there's people that know this, probably a good majority of you do, but there's like a program you can use to copy and paste photos and then paint them in Arc. And so if you guys look at our Sunday Go to Meeting episode, or I think I called it Go to Church or the Devil Will Get You. Mandudeyus recreates this sign that's a real sign in like 2 or 3 states down here in the south of the United States, and then also creates a very provocative cartoon image right outside my base.
Your waifu?
Yeah, my waifu.
Dude, I'm not necessarily proud of that Google search to find that image, but whatever, dude.
Yeah, I can imagine.
It was all in good fun. Talking about the billboard, yeah, that's an actual billboard. You see them driving down the road here where we're from. That is a thing, and it's fantastic. I love it every single time I see one. But that also, dude, had such a good time making the church, like building it.
Mm-hmm.
That was just a ton of fun because we came together, decided on a paint scheme. You had like the spray paint gun out. We had to figure out how to do the pews, which was really fun. Rails and benches turned out really cool. Just a lot of fun, a lot of creativity going into the church. And that leads me to another thing. Like when we get to Scorched Earth, we're making another church. There's no question about it. Like we will make another church.
Absolutely. As a member of the Deliverance team, I tell you,
yes, sir.
It only seems fitting that we spread the good news to all the critters. That's right.
Yeah. Oh.
The heathens.
The heathens.
We got to walk among those who are lost.
That's right. We spread the good news. We got to have a place to go to Sunday meeting. Is what it boils down to.
Otherwise, how are we going please our alien overlords?
That's right. That's right.
I don't really have much left, but I do have something I want to mention. So like thinking back on when we successfully at the end of the tech cave, the second time around.
Oof.
Dude, what are your thoughts and feelings like throughout the very end and right after?
Bro, like getting kicked in the nuts, dude. Yep. You say successful, but it was really a disaster at the same time. Like we had many casualties. This isn't going to be a spoiler, is it?
No, I'm going to split this up in amongst the video.
Yeah. We had so many casualties. You clutched it out in the end. And then because we don't be Googling what's going to happen like after the cave, we lost all of our stuff. Like every single bit of our stuff. We had good shotguns. We had good armor. All that was just gone. And we just spawned back on the beach with a orange implant on our arms. But we were just naked as a jaybird with no inventory, dude.
Oh, man.
Like... And we had no idea. We had no idea.
Yeah. That's got to be like, out of all the times I've been arced, that has got to be the biggest fuck you that Arc has ever given me.
Oh yeah, that's such a troll thing to do. I don't know. It seems like a troll thing to do. Like, had we known, we could have put everything on the dinos, and then it would have been there. But we didn't know. We didn't know. So there we go. We definitely didn't admin spawn replacement gear back in for us.
Nope. I didn't see anything.
Oh,
can you imagine being on like PvP official
and then that happening?
Bro.
I might quit. I might just uninstall the game.
100%. I'd at least give it a couple of weeks. I'd probably give it a couple of weeks.
Yep. You got any other final thoughts on the island?
I mean, it's home, man. Like, we spent so much time there. Still haven't completed everything. Still haven't done like all the tiny things that I wanted to do. But I'm ready to move on.
Yeah. Like all the notes or like making tutorial videos for the cave or whatever.
Yeah, I think it's getting to that point where like I feel like I could shed some insight on some caves that some people haven't like this. I have a different perspective on some of the ways you can run caves, but I feel like we're getting past that. Like Arc 2 is just around the corner, hopefully.
Yeah. We gotta go. We gotta finish.
Yep.
Race to the end kind of thing.
Yeah, 100%. So Scorched Earth, hopefully it'll just be kind of like in and out. Have a good time while we're there, no downtime really, and then just move on to what's the next map? Is it Extinction?
I don't know.
Aberration, maybe?
Yeah, something like that. We'll look it up. We'll Google that.
Yeah.
Yep.
You got any? What are your thoughts on the island, man? You got anything on your mind and heart?
It was fun, man. It was a good time, dude. It was a good time. The most I've ever rated anything, because when we were playing Ark to begin with, breeding wasn't a thing. That came out like right towards the end where we were quitting. But yeah, breeding was fun. Made my brain hurt. People got like spreadsheets on how to do all that. I didn't care to get that involved with it, but it was fun breeding powerful dinosaurs and always having a backup, like always having a backup dino. So
100%.
that was good. That was good. And I just felt really good when like my megatheriums and my therizinosaurs that I cared for raised from little babies. We went in there and took out the bosses with them,
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was like top tier dinos that we had tamed that we never even used.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna try and bust those out in Scorched Earth, find a use for them. But yeah, I mean, unless you got anything else, I think that's all I got, man.
Nah, that's it, man. Looking forward to Scorched Earth and seeing what kind of shenanigans we get into there. Taming a wyvern. Taming a wyvern is going to be a trip.
One of them dang old flying worms is what we call them down here. Dang old.
Yes, sir. And I want to see them sandworms I heard about.
That's right. One of them dang old from that movie Tremors. I tell you.
Yes, sir. Kevin Bacon and all.
That's right.
Good movie.
Well, all right, guys. Thank you so much for joining us, and I hope you really enjoy the season finale, Alpha Tech Cave Overseer Battle. So let's get right into it.
We did it! Hooray!
All right, motherfucker. Let's play Age of Empires.
All right, dude.